Hello everyone, I'm back with another collection video, and this time I'm going to be taking an updated look at my Nintendo Gamecube collection, my single favorite video game console of all time. This might be split into two parts, we'll see as the video progresses, but anyway, let's begin. First up, Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition, which includes the original Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2 Adventure of Link, and both of the N64 titles, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, as well as a demo of Wind Waker, and a couple of like little promotional videos for the series. And all in all, it's a fantastic collection. I didn't grow up with a Nintendo 64, so I never got the chance to play the N64 titles until this came out. I got it as a renewal bonus for Nintendo Power way long ago, but yeah, apparently this is really pricey nowadays. I've seen it going for some ridiculous prices. Legend of Zelda The Windwaker? Only just gotten this one recently. I've been meaning to play it for years, and this is easily, like, out of the Zelda games that I've played, which honestly isn't that many, this is my favorite. I love the open feel of it, the way the exploration is set up, the dungeons are just really fun to play through, the combat just flows very nicely. This is just, all in all, I think this is the best Zelda. Then again, I've still got a lot left to play. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Got this back when it came out. Well, not when it came out, a couple months after, but I got it for Gamecube because I didn't have a Wii at the time. And honestly, I'm glad, just because I'm not a huge fan of motion controls, and this one's pretty good. I like it a lot. You know, apparently people have some pretty mixed opinions about it. I like it. I think it's fun. I haven't played it in a while though, so I don't know. Luigis Mansion, one of my favorite games on the console. It's just it's really short and really, like, I don't know. I don't know why I like this game so much. I've played it way too much. I just love the hell out of it. I'm really looking forward to the 3DS sequel that's coming out in a couple months. This one I'm pretty sure is fairly affordable. So if you can find a copy, definitely pick it up. It's one of my favorites. Here we have Mario Kart Double Dash, and this is actually my sister's, I think, so I'm not sure what that's been doing with my games, but anyway, in my opinion, this is like the best Mario Kart. It's sort of the peak of the series, in my opinion. I think the series started to go kind of downhill after this. It just stands out among all the other ones, like having two people in the kart at the same time, the special power-ups. It's just a load of fun to play. Next up, we got Mega Man Anniversary Collection, which contains Mega Man 1 through 8, as well as the two arcade games. And this is a fantastic collection. This is actually what got me into Mega Man. Like, I'm not super into the series, but this is definitely a load of fun to play, even though they kind of reversed the button setup a little bit. But at this point, I've gotten used to it. This is easily one of my favorite, like, classic game compilations that's come out. Next up, we've got Metroid Prime. Honestly, like, I don't think this is like the masterpiece that everyone seems to think it is. Like, it's a good game, don't get me wrong. It's just, I don't know, a lot of its flaws really, to me, stand in the way of it being, like, really good. Like, I don't know, I like it, but, you know, I don't know. I guess I'm just weird like that. Next up, we've got Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, which I think is way better than Prime 1. Like, yes, it is kind of frustrating, like the Dark World is a little frustrating, but it's not that bad. Everyone makes it out to be like this nightmarishly hard thing, and it's really not. Like, the game feels a lot more focused than Metroid Prime. Like, I like exploration in Metroid games, but Prime just felt like you were just going all over the place, searching for all these different power-ups that you needed, but in this one, it just feels like there's more of a focus to it. You go into this area and do that, you go to the next area, do what you need to do, but there's also hidden items and exploration along the way. Like, I feel like that's much better than the setup that Prime 1 had. Namco Museum, another one of my favorite sort of classic game compilations. There's a bunch of like classic Namco arcade games on here, as well as like the arrangement games. I haven't played it in a while, but I've had like a lot of fun with this game over the years. You know, one of my favorite arcade compilations to just sort of, you know, sit down and play when I'm bored with everything else. Here we go, this game. Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. I only just recently got this game, and it is easily my favorite game on the Gamecube. This is just amazing. Probably my favorite RPG of all time, too. It's just really well designed. The combat is fantastic. You know, it has clever writing, clever dialogue. Like, I love all the characters in this game, like, which is something that does not happen very often. I just think that this is, you know, this game's awesome. You should buy it. That's all I can say. Pikmin. The cover is a little screwed up looking because it's a cover that I printed out, and our printer is not always reliable with color, so there you go. But anyways, Pikmin 1 is really good. I'm not a huge fan of the time limit. Like, I don't like being constrained under a certain limit when I'm playing a game, but overall, once you find your playstyle with this game, it is fantastic. Like, it's just really fun exploring and gathering the rocket parts, and it's really satisfying when you take down a really tough enemy in this one. Because, well, I'll talk about that in a second. But anyway, great game, really affordable too. I think this game's like about $5 whenever I see it. But this one, on the other hand, Pikmin 2, another printed cover that got messed up by our printer. This game is expensive as hell. Like, I got lucky. One of my friends sold me this for like $20, but, you know, this is just a massive improvement over Pikmin 1. Like, there's no time limit, so, like, it's not quite as stressful to play, and it has a considerably different feel. This one's much more about, exploration, while the first one seemed to be more about, like, really good management of your resources. And I personally like this one better. Like, it's fun to go through the dungeons, the bosses are completely insane. Like, I love this game. This is another one of my favorite titles on the GameCube. You know, all in all, I would say pick it up, but it's really expensive. Like, there's a Wii version out that's much cheaper. I don't know how the motion controls are, but, you know, if you can somehow find this game for a reasonable price, snag it, because it's expensive as hell, but, you know, for the right price, it's worth it. One of the best games on the system. I'm going to cut it off for now and continue in part 2. See you then.